What is going on YouTube? Dr. Outway here, another video. And this video is just really quick about it's city building, but it's basically tailored to my alliance in the sense that it's mainly right now going to be about the rush to City Hall 16. And City Hall 16, and to a certain degree 17, is really important because once you hit 16, you'll be able to train T3 troops. They're a significant upgrade. They're a significant upgrade from T2. And I mean, like, every next troop, like T4 is a significant upgrade from T3, and then T5 are just like insane, right? So a big thing with the buildings is it's like you just need to get to 16 so you can unlock that next tier of troops. So when you upgrade any building, there's usually some prerequisites. Though the biggest one is whatever your city hall is the level that the other buildings can be. But there's going to be prerequisites to upgrading your city hall, and you can click on your city hall to see what those are. For example, in this case, I need to get the stone house to 17. I need to get the wall to 17 as well. So okay, I'm upgrading the storehouse, but then it's like try to go upgrade the wall, and then you need the tavern. It's like okay, I'm gonna go to the tavern. I need the quarry. So there's a progression system that's kind of associated with it. So you might want to get a pen and write this down. Maybe not. It's on the internet as well. And you know what? I'll just write a mail. I'll write a mail to accompany the video. And essentially how it works is that the production buildings are kind of the start, and the Alliance Center is kind of the start of the tier to chain. So for the quarry is connected to the tavern in the Staples Center. So whatever level your quarry is will determine those two buildings. For the farm determines the barracks. The lumber mill determines the archers. Then the gold mine determines what level your trade post can be. And then from there, all three of the other troop training buildings will affect what level your siege workshop can be. And then, like, at various levels, the hospital is controlled by the troop buildings as well. So I had to get the barracks at 16 to get my hospital to 16, and to get my hospital to 21, I'm gonna have to have my archery range to 21, I believe. So that's that. I don't think the academy is associated with any building other than the city hall itself. Later, it will be the last building you upgrade to 25, but we won't get there. The Alliance Center can pretty much be upgraded at any point as long as it's below the city hall, and then that affects the castle level. You really don't run into a castle problem because you'll need Books of the Covenant, and you usually don't have, as a free-to-play at least, Books of the Covenant. The scout camp is on its own, and then once you do the tavern, clearly you got to do, after that you will get access to the next level wall. Every level that you do, you have to do quarry, tavern, wall, period. So you're always, if you don't know what to do, you can always start with the quarry because you know you're going to have to do the tavern and then the wall. So that progression is very natural. And then you just got to figure out what other prerequisites you got. And like, for example, if it's getting the barracks up, you already know that you're going to have to get the farm up, for example. So boom. Also, to add the storehouse is kind of on its own thing. It doesn't require any other buildings. Okay, so what's some of my advice that I can give? The biggest piece of advice that I can give, and this is going to be about city building, just not buildings per se, but also research. One thing I will say in the early game is that you want to max out masonry. 15% build speed is super important, and then writing. And that just increases how fast you're upgrading these other buildings. And that's especially true if you're going to be using speed ups, a lot of speed ups, which everybody at some point is going to be using speed ups. If you click this button here, you can see how much speed that you actually have for everything. And these numbers can get up a little bit, pushing a little bit past 100 in the end game. So just to give you a comparison, you want to get those up. Um, let's see here. So that's the biggest thing. Like that was the first thing I did before I did anything else. Masonry 5, writing 5. Very important. Eventually, you'll be able to get the upgraded versions, which is build engineering and mathematics. That'll be my next big project after I get T3, which I just did after. And then I really think that pathfinding is very important too for the march speed. You're gonna find it to be very helpful if you take the time to upgrade that. But that's not a super big priority. It's more of a quality of life thing. Um, Now, from there, you know, I would say if you were being very judicious with your speed ups, you always want to speed up the barracks or any of these other troop training buildings because you can't train troops while something's upgrading. So when you use a speed up on it, it's doing double duty, you know, and you'll you're kind of hurting your power by not speeding it up because now, okay, you're not training any troops, you're not getting any power through troops. I speed that up, I get the power from the building, and then I get to gain power right after that training troops. Okay. I like to keep the Alliance Center fairly high. I'm gonna work on getting this back in line with the City Hall level because the more helps you have, for each help you get, you shave off a pretty significant amount of time off of the total queue. So if you're using a lot of speed ups, or just generally speaking, if your Alliance Center is high, you'll be able to finish things faster. In addition, you'll be able to have more reinforcements in your city if you ever get attacked. Uh, just upgrade the council when you can. Most people, this isn't going to be a building that you got to worry too much about right now. The Books of the Covenant will be annoying to get. I like to keep the academy on par because you'll get unlock new tiers of research. The higher your academy is. On top of that, you'll get research speed when you upgrade the academy as well. So I'm getting 8% research speed from the academy itself, and then 20% research speed from other things. So that's very important. Another reason why you want to upgrade the academy as soon as you can is because it'll benefit from that research speed bonus. I believe that's everything. I would say, some people are probably past this already. But if you search villages, you can get sickle all the way max. You can get hand axe all the way max, as well as irrigation and handsaw. Those are the only ones you can get max through villages. I cannot stress this enough. Really focus in on masonry and writing, and when the time comes, focus really hard on engineering and mathematics. It will take your account far, and it's going to seem like you're not getting all that much right away, but trust me, you're getting a lot of value down the road. It's going to keep your account steadily, and I really do mean steadily, growing faster than everyone else's, because not only are you gaining power for these things, you're speeding up something else when you do it. You know, to each his own, but I really highly recommend doing those. In the early game, try to get to City Hall 16 as soon as you can, because those tier 3 troops just make a world of difference, especially with having the ability to bringing those troops out on the field if we ever get into a conflict. Ultimately, building power, being able to train your troops overnight is very important. We'll get to that later. But that's just a really quick intro kind of level to the buildings. I really hope this guide is really to help everyone grow in power. I think that we're doing pretty well, but we could do better as well. So I want to see everybody just a little bit higher. I mean, what alliance leader doesn't? I really intend on, it would be nice if we could break into maybe still top six is too much. Still a top 8. I would really like to see us pushing to take a top 8 for sure. I think it's possible for us, and it's Legion 4 for life. The grind doesn't stop here. See you in the next video.